275, 295, 306,
Agent requesting backup.
313, 316, 317. So I've swapped characters for this next video. I'm going to do the gloves and the knee pads all in one. So the BTSU data gloves, the inscription, Pop always told me, son, you're only as good as the tools you work with, so I chose to work with the organisation with the best tools. That's from Galveston, who's our boss at Camp White Oak, the first mission you do. These come with skill tier, skill haste and repair skills. And the talent transference overclock grants plus 15% hive skill haste per skill tier. Detonate in a hive refreshes your skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds. If it's skill tier 6, this effect also applies to all allies. Allies receiving this effect are unable to benefit from it again for 120 seconds. So this is really good exotic piece for a, as you can see from the repair skills, for a healer build. And also in the raid, especially the Iron Horse raid where you're doing the first boss, you can get overcharge, which a lot of people use to take him down. And also if a couple of people on your team have used a reviver hive, you can destroy your hive and it will bring their revive hive straight back. It resets their cooldown, which is really handy sometimes as well. The gloves, there's no specific way to get them. It's literally from RNG from the general loot pool. So look for where the gloves are in the targeted loot for the whichever day you're running them. You may wait for them to be like American History Museum or Lincoln Memorial, which are two very short missions and are pretty easy to do if you're farming them. So then they're really good for healer builds, as I've said, and also in support of your teammates. Moving on to the knee pads, there's two. You've got the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads and you've got the Sawyer's knee pads. The Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads were DT exclusive. However, they can drop in the open world. I'm not sure whether they've changed it or it's just a glitch, but I have seen them drop in the open world. I've picked up a pair myself. The inscription is parkour, parkour, which is from an over enthusiastic Ninja Bike Messenger. They come with weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and the talent parkour, which performing a cover to cover or vaulting move reloads your drawn weapon and grants 25 bonus armor for 5 seconds. So if you're using an LMG or a weapon that might take a little bit of time to reload, if you haven't got fast hands on, then it's really useful because you can just vault to cover and you'll find your weapons reloaded. Moving on to the Sawyer's knee pads, again these are open world loot. You don't have to do anything in particular to get these. So just look for the targeted loot wherever the knee pads are. And the transcription on them is, when I lost my leg I thought that was it for me. I found new purpose, I rose, just like the phoenix on my patch. Now it's time for these to find new purpose. That's from Odessa Sawyer. So if you remember from the theatre settlement, you'll see she's only got one leg. Also she's handing the knee pads on. They come with armour, explosive resistance and health. Not too keen on health being one of the attributes, but again it can be quite good for a tank build, especially if you're having drones and grenades fired at you in legendary difficulty. The explosive resistance in the armour can help you. And also the talent stand your ground cannot be staggered by explosions. That helps as well, because you're not being thrown around, especially when they spam the drones or they spam the grenades on legendary difficulties, as they can do. And then the second part, it increases total weapon damage by 3 seconds for each second you're not moving. Stacks up to 10 until you start moving. All stacks lost 10 seconds after moving. So if you're perfectly still, you can get up to 30% weapon damage just from staying still with these knee pads. So again, a pretty good talent. You'd have to sit in cover, I guess. So it's not really one you want to use if you're pushing the enemies, but again, pretty good for sitting in cover from the point of the extra weapon damage, or a tank build from the armor and explosive resistance. I hope this gives you an insight into the gloves and the knee pads, and I will catch you in the next video.